Welcome to Frank Bruno Law. I am Frank Bruno. I'm an elder law and estate planning attorney in New York. Today I'd like to give a shout out to a group of attorneys in Queens County, New York, the Assigned Counsel Association of Queens Family Court. I spoke to this group today, and they're insightful, they're kind, they're considerate, and they're a hell of a group of lawyers. So I really enjoyed speaking to them. So today I took the PowerPoint presentation that I have that can go as long as an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on whether or not I go off on tangents with stories or examples based on questions. And I boiled it down to an hour. We did this as a lunchtime presentation. And I focused on a few things. Long-term care and how to protect your assets for that. I discussed with them the power of attorney and the difference between the print off the internet power of attorney form and a power of attorney that you can obtain from an elder law attorney, which is a more robust document and would provide for certain contingencies, such as going into a safety deposit box or applying for Medicaid as the agent for a person. So besides highlighting those specific areas that I just mentioned, I did field some questions. And one of the questions that I had was, this particular attorney knew of a person, I think a family friend, that had transferred, when the parent had gotten older, had transferred the house into the name of the adult child. Now, so we had some free-flowing discussion about the pros and cons of that type of action, and whether or not it is legally permissible, and whether or not it's a good course of action. So a parent can transfer a property to a child, and you could do it tax consequence free. You don't have to pay any transfer tax on that type of transfer. Now, if you have a mortgage, now this is without reading the mortgage, but based on experience, that mortgage, if you have a mortgage, there will be a paragraph, a clause that will provide a due on sale clause. So even though the transfer is not a due on sale, the person that was, the transfer to a child, an adult child, is not a sale. However, it's like a sale adjacent. It's really close to being a sale. It's at the very least a transfer, and the person that's on the mortgage is no longer on the deed. So the bank will not like that, right? They cannot like that. So if you'd like to talk about transferring your property, whether or not you should do it, whether or not there's a different course of action that you could take, please contact me at callfrankbruno.com. Thank you very much.